Now we're going to look at the difference between link encryption and end-to-end encryption. Link encryption is something that that you have an actual dedicated device called a link encryptor, and it's going to encrypt all the data, all the headers, any type of traffic that actually goes through it. So if you have, let's say, all of the information for all the traffic from a specific building is going to go through a link encryptor. Again, all the headers, all the data payloads, the trailers of the packets are encrypted. So what if this data that's encrypted goes to a router? Is there any issue there? Well, there would be an issue because the router actually has to read the IP header. That's how it makes its decision on where the packet needs to go next. So, and if it's a bridge, the bridge needs to read the data link layer. If it's switch, it needs to read the data link layer. So if there's any intermediate devices with all of this data that's encrypted, that intermediate device has to have the key and the software to be able to decrypt at least up to that header information, read the header information, re-encrypt it, and then know where to send it. So in link encryption, if there's any hops, any intermediate devices, that device will have to know how to decrypt and re-encrypt. Now, that's a big hassle. You need to know that for the exam, but really when we use link encryptors, they're usually a point-to-point connection where we don't have intermediate devices that we have to worry about. A lot of link encryption is provided by service providers. So if you have a direct connection, a point-to-point connection maybe to another building, you can have a link encryptor at each end. So all the data that goes from this building goes through the link device, through the whole traffic, the whole way it's encrypted. It gets to this device at the other building. It decrypts the headers, the payload, everything, and then you have like a router that knows where to send those packets within that building. So link encryption is usually used by service providers where it's a point-to-point, like even in satellite communication, where you have communication going directly up to a satellite and directly down. It's not like it has to make a decision. The satellite has to make a decision where it's going to go. It's a point-to-point. Now, that link encryption is different than end-to-end encryption.